G'day. 2nd of July 2020, down at Burke Weir. Tomorrow marks 6 months. Actually, it's not. 2 days ago is 6 months since I arrived in Burke. Came here for a job. I also have family connections here. When I got here, I made a video of me and my dad down here saying how fucked up it was that the water wasn't going over the weir, and there'd been a drought going on for years. Since then, about 6 weeks after I got here in March, the water was flowing, big swell after rains in Queensland that went over this railing. The pumps started pumping into the cotton dams, millions of litres, millions. Then the water started falling, and at about 4.5 metres, 4.6 is when the pumps stopped. That was probably a month ago the last one stopped. And here we are, we're now below 4 metres, if you look at that gauge. In the news yesterday, it told us that Burke is going to be on water restrictions again in about 10 days. And that's because our water comes from this weir. The other side over there. And you can see that this is now a trickle, meaning there's not enough water to go through. So many irrigators pumping the water out of this river system. Which means there's not enough to break the drought going down the river. So we're going to be going back into drought conditions here. We've had it lucky for a few months. Downstream, it's becoming a little bit of a channel, and it won't be long until that stops flowing. And it's not just Burke that's affected, it's all the way down to the Murray. Once these rivers used to reach the top of these banks, they used paddle steamers up and down, taking people and whatever was grown. That's not happening anymore. So here we are. This place between drought and not drought, survival and fighting for survival. On a full moon tomorrow. New beginnings always come on full moons. They're cleansing. They're a time where we get to think about what's been happening and what we want for the next moon cycle. And I want there to be change, for this river system, for this ecosystem. Maybe I just put it on wide angle. This river and these people deserve it. So many Indigenous people here who love the river, who rely on the river, catch the fish, they live by the river, have stories about the river. Non-Indigenous people that have been here for generations and love the town. And not just Burke, all of those other towns that are down along the Darling and the Murray. Please help us. Help us fight the government corruption where they're selling water off And 1,500 people in town in Burke now have to go on water restrictions in about a week or so, while the cotton farmers just out of town have huge dams holding rivers. Holding rivers. They're holding rivers. They're holding rivers. They're holding the water. It's not about saving this now. She's already been raped. It's about turning back the corruption. And it's about telling our governments that money is not as important as the survival of a river and communities that live along it.